Ouranosaurus, the strange sailback dinosaur that lived 110 million years ago. Imagine yourself standing in an ancient land 110 million years ago, during the Early Cretaceous period. There are no cities, no humans, just dense forests, vast swamps, and winding rivers weaving through lush green plains. The sky is a deep blue, filled with prehistoric birds soaring above, and down below, a strange creature quietly steps through tall grasses and thick bushes. Ouranosaurus, the brave lizard from Niger. A real-life dinosaur. Straight out of a fairy tale. Ouranosaurus wasn't a fierce dinosaur with fangs and claws. On the contrary, it was a gentle giant living in herds and feeding on plants to survive. But what made Ouranosaurus stand out as a star of the ancient world was the enormous sail on its back. A bizarre feature unlike anything seen in other herbivorous dinosaurs of its time. That sail wasn't a wing for flying, but a row of tall neural spines rising from its backbone, covered in a thin layer of skin, forming a sail-like structure fluttering in the prehistoric wind. It made Ouranosaurus look like a massive ship sailing slowly through a sea of grass. Size and unique appearance. Ouranosaurus measured around 7 to 8 meters long, about 3 meters tall, and weighed up to 4 tons, roughly the size of a large city bus. Its body was fairly low to the ground, with a small head, moderately long neck, and notably forelimbs nearly as long as its hind limbs, allowing it to walk on all fours, but also stand on 2 legs when reaching for taller foliage. Its duck-like beak was perfect for plucking leaves, and its small saw-like teeth were ideal for grinding down soft plants, roots, and ferns. Overall, Ouranosaurus had a peaceful look, yet a mystical charm, like a creature from legend brought to life. Habitat. Lush and full of life. Ouranosaurus lived in what is now Niger in North Africa, but don't picture the dry Sahara we know today. Back then, this region was a tropical paradise with dense forests, flowing rivers, large lakes, and swamplands. The humid climate and warm temperatures created the perfect environment for herbivorous dinosaurs to thrive. They likely lived in herds, ranging from dozens to even hundreds, moving across the plains in search of fresh plants. But life was never completely safe. This was also home to terrifying predators like Spinosaurus and Carcharodontosaurus, massive meat-eaters larger than semi-trucks, always lurking for prey. Behavior and lifestyle. A peaceful giant. Ouranosaurus wasn't a warrior, but it wasn't helpless either. With large numbers, impressive size, and high alertness, the herd could warn each other and flee when danger approached. In emergencies, they might use their strong bodies to run away, or band together to intimidate predators with loud calls and dramatic displays of their massive back sails. Their diet consisted mainly of ferns, low-lying shrubs, and soft leaves, sometimes even digging up roots. Thanks to their specialized teeth, food was ground up before being swallowed, much like how cows chew today. The mysterious sail. Still unsolved by science. One of the biggest mysteries surrounding Ouranosaurus is, what was the giant sail on its back used for? Scientists have proposed several theories. Thermoregulation. The sail might have absorbed sunlight in the morning to warm the body and released heat in the afternoon, like a natural air conditioning system. Mating display or communication. Individuals with large, brightly colored sails might have attracted mates or signaled their rank in the herd. Intimidation. When raised, the sail could make the dinosaur look much bigger, scaring off predators. Fat storage. Some believe the sail could have stored fat for use during dry seasons. However, to this day, no single theory has been definitively proven, and the sail of Ouranosaurus remains one of the great mysteries of the dinosaur world. Why did it go extinct? Toward the end of the early Cretaceous, climate in North Africa may have shifted. New, more intelligent and larger predators emerged. Competition for food increased. Unusual-looking herbivores like Ouranosaurus began to disappear from the fossil record, gradually replaced by relatives like hadrosaurs, true duck-billed dinosaurs, and iguanodonts, who adapted better to the changing world. The extinction of Ouranosaurus wasn't the end, but a link in the chain of evolution. Some of its traits may have lived on in future herbivorous species. Conclusion. A living symbol of prehistoric wonder. Ouranosaurus wasn't the strongest or the biggest, but with its distinctive sail, peaceful demeanor, and life amid nature's splendor, it became a symbol of the strange and wonderful diversity of the dinosaur era. If you had a time machine to visit the early Cretaceous and saw a massive creature strolling across the grasslands, its sail swaying with every step, then congratulations, you just met Ouranosaurus, one of the most enchanting and mysterious creatures of the ancient world. Don't forget, the fossilized bones we discover today aren't just relics of the past, they're living stories of the creatures that once ruled our planet. Among them is the living sail called Ouranosaurus,